Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm being joined by a community activist and organizer and also a farmer, I would say. I'm being joined today by none other than Kwasi. Kwasi, welcome to the show.
I'm elated to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be on.
Well, you know what? I know that you've been on with me in the past. We had various things that we were talking about, but today you're here to talk about something that, you know, as a little boy, I grew up doing.
Right.
We're going to jump into that in just a moment, but before we get started, tell us just a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Yes, I'm Kwasi, born and raised here in LaGrange, Georgia. My parents was prominent people in the city. My dad was a firefighter for over 40 years. And my mom worked with the county 10, 20 plus years.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'm a native of this area, and I'm excited to be a part of agriculture and a business owner, and we're going to keep rolling. We're going to keep rolling. That's a little bit about me, man.
Oh, great. You know, when you're talking, and I said farmer, I'm using the old terminology.
Oh, yeah.
Now today it's more agriculture and things of that nature. And you're also a part of Tribe Ujima.
Right.
Talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Tribe Ujima, it started back in 2017. One of the officials was running for mayor, and my mom was telling me, you should go out and help him. You should go out and help him canvass and pass out information. So we went out and we were canvassing, passing out information about him running for election, and we noticed the conditions of the community. We were looking at the surplus of trash build up, and so I asked one of the guys that was helping us pass out the flyers, I said, are these people, are they just a vote, or is it a mindset that we need to be looking to change? And so we started talking to the residents, and we initiated a community clean program to deter some of the trash build up that was in our communities, to correct the mindset. And so that's when we partnered with the city. They helped us out a lot with trash bags, a place to dump it, you know, publicity, just getting the word out so that we had more support with picking up trash. And that's kind of how our journey started. And then we evolved. We evolved into a full operational board. In 2021, we evolved to a full operational board, 501c3, and we commenced with 2 other programs. And that was our church program and our community garden.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. And you know what? That's so great, because when you see something, don't just complain about it. You guys actually got involved.
Yeah.
And, you know, we thank you for doing that. And then hopefully the other residents will understand that, you know, it is your community, and it's your responsibility to take first action to make sure it's a community that is reflective of who you are and what you want your community to look like. And talking about that, Planet Root Community Garden.
Yes.
You know, I see that over on the Reeve Street there, right in front of Cannon Street School, and I noticed that it started out maybe a few rows.
Yeah, I remember you came out there.
That's right. It was just a few rows. Now we got a massive garden out there. Talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yes, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Through this journey, it's taught us patience, you know, to have a vision and to stick with stuff, you know, be patient and be consistent. Like you said, we started off with a few boxes. We've gotten grants from the city, from the Callaway Foundation. So more eyes have been put on the project, and that's what assisted us with propelling us forward for the financial piece. But we did have the support from the community. We had a lot of in-kind donations of volunteering of time, and as we began to learn more, we usually go to different agricultural workshops every year. This year so far we've been to Waco, Texas, to an agricultural conference where we learned with the National Women in Ag, where we learned more about agriculture, how it benefits our community as a whole, dealing with health, mental issues, and just being grounded, helping with anxiety and depression. And so through this journey, we wanted to be more effective in the community. A lot of homelessness, a lot of obesity, a lot of health issues, and we wanted to bring to light something that we all have in common, and that's food. That's you know, and so we can push better quality food within our community. We'll have a better environment. Helps with cleaning the oxygen. You know, it helps with pollinators to have cleaner food, cleaner water. And so it's just a host of benefits with doing agriculture and gardening. So that's what propelled us to continue push forward and continue to sow seeds in our community.
And you know, I came out to one of the events that Saturday, and I saw some of the various things, and I see that you have some of the produce now that you all grew right there in the garden.
Right here in LaGrange. So
talk a little bit about how you grow your produce there.
So we don't use any chemicals. We are organic. We're not certified yet. Okay. But we do have our Produce Safety Alliance certification, where we handle our produce correctly. But we're looking to get the organic certification with the USDA later. But we do not use any chemicals. Everything is natural. We use the traditional way, using like lemon peels to keep the pests away, orange peels to spray the leaves, and that citrus smell, what it does is it keeps certain bugs away because of that smell and that taste. They won't eat up our leaves, and which we having issues with our collards right now. But yeah, so we use natural products on our produce. We use natural fertilizer like fish oil. You also can use banana. You get a jug of water, throw you some banana peels in it, and what that does is give it potassium. You let it sit, and then you can use that water as a natural fertilizer instead of using chemicals to feed like Miracle Grow and things of that nature. You can use banana peel water. You know, you can use fish oil and other things that gives your produce, you know, your potassium, phosphorus, and things of that nature that helps it grow vibrant.
You know, definitely. I said farmer earlier. It's definitely way from farming now, because you guys are using. Because I remember back as a small kid, we used to use that. Talking about the collard green, we used to use that to dust things, and of course, you know, with that landing on the leaves, it had to be ingested into the body. But now, with you all using all natural fertilizers and chemicals, it is much better for you all. And I know I heard you talk about Waco, Texas, and I know that we have another guest that's going to be coming on. Stacey Billups is going to be coming on, and I'm hoping that she'll share a little bit about that in just a moment. But let me ask you, I'm going to close out this segment with this question with you. Why is it so important for us as people of color that we eat better?
We've been taught, it's been passed down. You'll hear people say, you know, obesity runs in my family, or cancer runs in my family, you know, or diabetes runs in my family. We need to address that in our community. Eating habits run in our family. And so as colored people, we need to take advantage of what our ancestors did, like our grandpas and grandmothers, that we seen them growing. And it's very beneficial so we can take control of our health, our mind state. You know, even with slavery, we never was really fixed mentally, even though we were free, you know, Juneteenth and all those things. But it's mental issues, chemical imbalances also that deals with health that we run into. And you find a lot of us, you know, disencouraged, not wanting to try anything new, just caught up in the routine and habits. And that's very detrimental to our community. I know a lot of people with cancer. I know a lot of people with diabetes. But one thing we have in common is the food we eat. There's other things that we can talk about, but we do need to practice eating better, passing these habits to the youth so that they can live long and be healthy and be fertile and be very useful in their community.
Absolutely. You know, very good points there. And I want to thank you for coming on. I'm going to break away for just a moment and ask Stacey to come on and just continue this dialogue. But thank you for what you do in our community through Tribe Ujima, through Planet Roots, Community Garden. And I know that I'll be seeing you again because I'm going to have you come back on with some. I understand. I think you got some watermelons coming up over there, right?
Oh, yeah. We got some good juicy watermelons.
I'm going to be wanting one of those.
I got you.
All right. Hold us tight with just a second, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more Seed of the Week coming up in just a moment.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to the week, ladies and gentlemen. As I told you before I left, I'm now being joined by none other than Stacey Billups. Stacey, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to sit down with you, Stacey. You know, we had an opportunity to talk just a moment ago with Kwasi with the Planet Roots and Community Garden and Tribe Ujima, but I understand that you're also involved in that that organization as well. But before we get started, because this is my first time having you on the set, but not my first time having a conversation with you.
Right.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
I am a native, actually, of Chicago, Illinois. I moved here about 12 years ago to LaGrange, Georgia, and I became a salon owner about 9 years ago. First Impression Salon.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, and I have a new baby, the dressing room of LaGrange, a women's boutique.
All right, very good. Entrepreneur in his own right,
yes,
right?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Stacey, I always ask the question, when somebody tell me they moved down to LaGrange, I always ask them, who brought you here? What brought you here? Right?
We don't have time for that.
Okay, we don't have. Okay, I won't go there then. I won't go.
It's a long story.
Okay, we'll leave it just that.
Yes.
Then, okay.
But no, I visited here some years ago. One of my best friends that I grew up in Chicago with, her family is from here.
Okay.
And she relocated about 20 years ago to LaGrange. Well, actually over 20 years ago, and I came down to visit, and it seemed like a nice place to raise my children.
Okay, and it is. You know, and that seems like a common thread. A lot of people say it's a great place. It's not too large, not too small, and then you have access up to the Atlanta area if you want to go.
Yes,
you know,
but it was a major change.
It's a major change. Yeah, from Chicago to LaGrange. Yeah, that's a major change.
Yes.
Well, look, you're here today and talking. Kwasi was telling us about the community garden. He also mentioned a little bit about the conference that you all just attended out in Waco, Texas.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that, what that meant for you.
OMG.
Okay.
It was a wonderful experience. We met some wonderful people, but to see the heart of the people and what their, the mindset, what we all have a common goal, and that's to solve, you know, to deal with food sovereignty, to deal with some of the things that Kwasi mentioned about, you know, healthier alternatives, healthy living, what we put in our mouths, and what that means for us when it comes to our health, when it comes to our mental health, you know, because it all plays a part and it all goes together. But being in Waco was such an amazing time, and to meet women thriving and advocating for agriculture and advocating for all the way to DC for healthier living, healthier, you know, the opportunity to have grants and funding for those opportunities so that we can grow and become massive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it will take massiveness to feed every community.
Yes, it will.
Yes.
And you know, bringing that down to LaGrange, and I was telling Kwasi, I remember being over there and just saw a few little rows, and then next thing I know, we have a massive area there. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I came in during that time where it was small. It was at its beginning, but the mindset was big.
That's right.
The vision was big, and what you see now captivates the vision. It captivates the vision of what he had in the beginning. He always speaks past tense, you know, or present. He's always speaking the future of how great, and it has been amazing for me to be a part of that, because I always wanted a part in the community, and I didn't know what that part was, but God knew. He knows all things, and because of that, he said it took patience, as he mentioned before, to find that community that I could be effective, I could be a part of, and that's very meaningful, and that it can change lives.
Absolutely. And you know, when you talk about that common thread of food, and in the area that it is, sometimes it is considered a food desert. And they're feeling a need and a void in that community, Southeast LaGrange, which is predominantly African American community, filling a void. And they're filling that void with something that is healthy, that we see here, as he said, that you all don't use pesticides, don't use fertilizers, various things of that nature. Using the information that we now know, how would you use that to impact that community, you think?
We just do what we can. We do our part, and we just we constantly try to enlighten. With me, because my clientele is my community as far as business is concerned, I just constantly mention our benefits. What benefits we get from it. Not just trying to just get members, but the benefits of what we can do and how we can change. If I could change your mind, then it can trickle down to our children and our children's children.
That's right.
And that's the most important thing, changing the mindset. Even when it comes to hair, have to change the mindset of the people of how what we eat plays a major part even in our hair growth. And if I could start there and implement this organization and what we do into that, why not?
Why not? Absolutely.
Why not?
Absolutely. You know, we had him on, and I know you're not a board member yet, I heard.
I will be.
You will be? I'm just doing a little advocating for him.
Fight for me.
That's it. But you know, again, you know, this is so important as we celebrated Juneteenth a week ago.
Yes.
The freedomness that we celebrate in that holiday, and then the freedomness that we celebrate when we can break ourselves from those chemical, as he stated, unbalance by eating those foods that we know are not necessarily always the best for us, and by getting produce like this. Now I know that you all have the markets on, I think it's the second Saturday of the month. I'm gonna mess up here, so
I think it's the first and the third.
First and the third. Okay, first and the third. So you all want to invite people to come out to pick up produce, right?
We definitely want to do that because we give plenty too.
Okay.
Sometimes people give us donations, which is a blessing, but we feed the community just by giving. Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we would love for them to join us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So come on out. I was there, met some of the other vendors, got me some broccoli, went home and made me some fresh broccoli, got a couple of heads of that.
Yes.
I love, you know, it's so funny.
It's a major difference,
isn't
it?
And you know, some of the things that you didn't like as a kid, now you're eating them all the time. So it's a wonderful transformation there. And you know, before I close out, I do want to give a shout out to a young lady that's here in the studio with us as well.
Yes.
That is very and heavily involved with what you all are doing there with Planet Root Community Garden. We have in the studio with us none other than Tiffany, who is known by Lady T. And I learned a lot about Lady T this morning. She does a number of things along with healthy cooking. She's also considered the popsicle lady.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Awesome popsicles.
We're gonna have to get the popsicle lady on, and I was just a little disappointed that I didn't get in those goodies that I know that she's known for. But I know that she's gonna make that up, right?
Yeah, she's gonna make that up.
We're gonna put her on the spot, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Stacey, I want to just say thank you. And before I close out, one more thing. Kwasi also has smoothies.
Oh yeah.
Healthy
the best smoothies.
Yeah. Have you had one yet?
Yes, sometimes I have 2 a day.
Okay. I just said that because I hadn't had one just yet.
Oh, we're going to get you one.
We're going
to make that up to you.
Okay, very good. Thank you. As you can see, I love to eat too. And if I'm going to eat, I want to eat healthy stuff as well. So I just want to say thank you, Stacey, for coming on the show, for sharing this information. And definitely you can count on my support. You all can count on my support any way that I can be a blessing to Planet Root Community Garden and Tribe Eugene. But definitely this platform is always open to you all.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment.
Welcome to City Scenes. I'm your host, Lynne Holle from Visit LaGrange. Today we're going to be talking about some of the events that will be happening in and around our area during the week of June 24th through June 30th. Let's get started. Monday, June 24th from 5:30 p.m. until 7 p.m. Happy Hour at Wild Leap celebrating LaGrange College Giving Day. LaGrange College is hosting a happy hour event to celebrate LC Giving Day at Wild Leap Brew Company in downtown LaGrange on June 24th from 5:30 till 7. President Susanna Baxter will be on hand at this family-friendly event. There will be raffle prizes, and show your LC ID and get 10% off your order. Alumni and friends check in to receive an LC sticker. Celebrate the class of 2024 by making a gift that will help transform the lives of future students at www.lagrange.edu/givingday. Then come out to Wild Leap and celebrate. There will be a special appearance by Pouncer. Friday, June 28th at 8 p.m., Flo Rida at Sweetland Amphitheater. Flo Rida is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter. His 2007 breakout single, Low, was #1 for 10 weeks in the United States and broke the record for digital download sales at the time of its release. Flo Rida has sold over 80 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling music artists. His catalog includes the international hit singles Right Round, Club Can't Handle Me, Good Feeling, Wild Ones, Whistle, I Cry, GDFR, and My House. For tickets, go to sweetlandamp.com. The gates open at 6:30 p.m. Saturday, June 29th at 10 a.m., mushroom inoculation class at Piney Woods Farm. Come join us at Piney Woods Farm for a fun and educational event all about growing your own mushrooms. Learn how to cultivate your own mushroom logs at home and enjoy the delicious results. Our expert, Michelle Page, will guide you through the process step by step so even beginners can get their hands dirty. Don't miss out on this unique opportunity to connect with nature and discover the magic of mushrooms. Also, on every Saturday until August 31st from 8 a.m. until 12 noon, Market on Main, Main Street in downtown LaGrange. Come out every Saturday morning until August 31st for Market on Main. It's Market on Main Day. Come check out all the locally grown, made, and baked cookies. Nothing tastes better than homegrown and homemade. And finally, on Saturday, June 29th at 10 a.m., Coffee with a Cop, hosted by the LaGrange Police Department. This free event will take place at Starbucks, which is located at 1470 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange. Coffee with a Cop brings LaGrange Police and the community members they serve together over coffee to discuss issues and learn more about each other. The reason we wanted to host this initiative again is so that we can continue to be bridge builders in the community and uplift the citizens we serve through actions of service, according to LaGrange Police Officer Bryant Mosley. We are excited to promote this opportunity where citizens can ask us questions and get to know the officers that are serving them. This is part of the foundation of community policing. The LaGrange Police Department plans to host monthly Coffee with a Cop. This is a free event and is open to the public. So these are just a few of the events that will be happening in and around our area during the week of June 24th through June 30th. We hope everybody will get out, enjoy some fun, and as always, stay safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. City Week this week, my guests have been from Tribe Ujima and Planet Roots Community Garden. I had on Kwasi as he talked about the produce that are being raised right here in LaGrange that you can come out and take part of them. I also had on Ms. Stacey Billups, noted to be a board member and also a business owners here in our community, as she talked about the trip out to Waco, Texas, and how they will use that information here to benefit our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed these interviews, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.